While you're talking about misinformation, I could challenge you on plenty, but let's just move on to the vote that's going to happen this week. Fatima Payman, one of those key left-leaning MPs and senators. Remember, they need a couple of them. They need three of them, sorry. But most of the five that are up for grabs have said no. She's the latest to say no to censoring the internet.
Freedom of speech is a pillar of our democracy, and this bill threatens that. Of course, misinformation and disinformation are a problem, but this bill isn't the answer. The powers it grants could lead to over-censorship, with the government deciding what does and doesn't count as the truth. That's not the Australia I believe in.
I love that, James, these people have all come to the decision that you and I made 2 years ago when we first heard about it. Well done for skewering them again in the cartoon as you did. So, Did I get the maths right when I was at the start of the show trying to explain where we are here, where basically Thorpe is the only unannounced one right now, but even if they get Thorpe and somehow there's a surprise with the former Liberal Senator in David Van, this thing would be one vote short and therefore dead on arrival. Is that your reading of the numbers tonight?
Yeah, you are spot on with those numbers. I doubt very much that Lydia Thorpe will come to the party on this, and David Van. I think this is a dead-in-the-water bill. Can I just take my hat off to Fatima Payman, because she is not only a woman of colour, but she's a migrant to this country and a Muslim who believes in free speech, unlike her colleague in the Senate, Marine Faruqi, who obviously doesn't believe in freedom of speech because of that 18C case. But well done to her for at least speaking out and saying she will not support this Labor bill. Look, you're right when you say that One Nation came to their senses years ago when the Coalition proposed this misinformation and disinformation bill from the get-go. You would have thought that Labor had learned a lesson when they dropped it, because they didn't have the numbers then. I don't think they're going to have the numbers in the coming week or fortnight, because, as you say, it could be one of those late-night sittings of Parliament where they try and rush this through because someone's fallen asleep on the couch in their office or gone home a little bit early. So watch this space. It's not dead yet, but with a bit of luck, they will not get this bill through.
Yeah, a couple of free holidays to some backbenchers from the LNP. We'll see what happens in the next little while. Now, of course, I know that Senator Faruqi, speed dial for lawyers. Obviously, she would disagree with that suggestion. If she'd like to come on the program to state her case, she's more than welcome. Sorry, James, I just want to save myself from the meeting tomorrow. Now,
fair enough.
So, Linda, again, this misinformation bill, if it looks like it's going to fail, do you fail quickly? Like just tactically, as a person who has been in a room, council, you can see that you're going to get there by a vote or you're going to fall over by a vote. Do you wait to the end of 2 weeks and then basically have a 2-week storyline of failure? Or if it's going to die, do you kill it quickly?
Look, I think that, again, it's really disappointing that the Coalition have not decided to vote for this bill. I understand that they're always going to try and make this about free speech, but for the now increasingly millions of Australians that have been scammed, they're finding false information on the internet. And we've seen over the weekend in some of the Sydney Morning Herald papers, you know, these incredible videos, fake videos of leading Australian figures clearly selling fake financial products. I mean, these things
isn't about
are
stopping
scamming.
Scams. It's about people stopping the ability to share YouTube videos. The government doesn't.
These things are scamming real Australians.
I know.
Many Australians don't like to talk about it because they're embarrassed, but they're losing their houses.
Yeah, we're not talking about scams
or
here.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars. And these kinds of bills are designed to prevent misinformation and disinformation and scams. Take them off the internet and give the responsibilities to the big social media companies to have them have a penalty if they keep that information up and online.
Right.
I think Australians are listening to this, and I think they'll be disappointed that the Coalition is not trying to do everything they can to block and get in the way of those really serious and dangerous financial scams.
I think there's a reason why we haven't seen much polling on this, and that's because even left-wing organisations know this thing would poll very poorly. Censoring the internet has always been a terrible idea. Again, there are plenty of laws in place about what you can say that are outright lies, provable lies, defamation, all of these different things that are there. The concept of the government doesn't remember what they did during COVID. Anyway, we'll see what happens in the next couple of weeks. I would suggest if it's going to die, I hope it does so quickly. But if they drag it out for 2 weeks, hoping that they can send somebody to Tahiti for free, they're going to have a problem for yet another 2-week distraction.